There is. Okay.
Obviously, a big game for your side, relishing the prospect of a nice trip to Old Trafford.
Yeah, it's good. We're looking forward to it, and I think everybody within the team, within the squad, wants to play these games. Eventually, everybody wants to go up there to that level. So I think it's a moment that they can show themselves and how far they are, individually, but also I think as a team, in what we've done, how we've been working over the last 6 months. Everybody, of course, we are very realistic. Everybody knows that we're going to be facing a very strong team, a very good side, playing at Old Trafford, 80,000 people, fans over there. So it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy, but we've got nothing to lose. And the players need to just go for their own luck and give everything what they can.
Personally, for you, returning to Old Trafford as well, expecting a warm welcome, you had some very special memories at being at Manchester.
Yeah, well, I'm not expecting anything, to be fair. It would be nice to have a warm welcome. I've had a great time over there. I've loved the fans, the club. Very important period in my career in playing over there. And I haven't been back in an occasion like this. So it's good to be back. It's good to play over there. But I've said it a couple of times, it's not about me. It's about the team who comes there. And hopefully we can, be a surprise. Hopefully we can show ourselves over there.
Mentioning Manchester United, they're on a good run of form at the moment, and what are you expecting from them? You're expecting Jose to put a strong side out?
Well, I think he's a manager that always wants to win trophies, and I think he's also a manager that is not risking things in a certain way, if you know what I mean. So, of course, maybe he's going to be making a couple of changes, but he also wants to win this game, I think, and he's going to put maybe some young players, but also some experienced players on the pitch, and I can understand that. Because you don't want, like I said before, you don't want to risk certain things in having a result or not. So it's going to be a strong side that we're going to be facing. We know that, but we're ready for it. We train on it today, tomorrow again. Do our best in our preparation, like we always do, and then see how it goes.
And just finally, for me, you mentioned there about the fans at Old Trafford, 80,000 there. What words of advice will you give to your players to kind of try and blank that out? Obviously, it's a quite intimidating place to go.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, but it's. I think as a player, there's nothing better than to play over there. In a stadium like that, in front of so many fans, and as well. And we've got our own fans over there as well. Hopefully they are joining into the yelling and supporting us, and helping the boys out on the pitch. So it can be intimidating, but I think as a player you need to enjoy it as well, especially to be over there to play or being allowed to play this game, to be on the pitch. You can show yourself, and I think that's what they need to do, and not worry about what's happening in the stands. Just focus on your game. And of course I can understand that certain players sometimes you can have a bit of nerves, but we always give them the utmost confidence in what they can do, what they need to do. They're allowed sometimes to make mistakes as well. Of course, you don't want to have them to make mistakes, but they need to believe in themselves, and that's what we've always been doing in games that we've played, and most of the times it went quite well. Thank
you. Having won the FA Cup as a player at Manchester United, how important do you think the competition is for your players in order to focus them for the second half of the season in the Championship?
It is very important for us, this league as well, the FA Cup. It makes it a bit more difficult, to get to the next round in playing United, of course, But I think in every competition that you play, you want to do well. You want to perform, you want to show yourself, you want to get results, you want to win games, and even in the FA Cup, playing against United, you want to do well. And I think the FA Cup in general, for everybody, for every team who's playing, who's taking part, it is very important to do well. And as well in cup games, these are strange games. Everything can happen. Also for a big game or a big team like United, it's difficult to not give anything away. So we need to be patient in certain times, but we need to be decisive in certain times as well.
You brought in a very possession-based game at Reading over the last 6 months. How much are you going to adapt that for what was arguably the biggest test in your 6 months at Reading?
We're not going to change anything in how we think, in our philosophy, in what we need to do in certain games. Of course, in certain details you can change, and you can say, okay, do we need to take a lot of risk or not? But in our belief, we still want to have possession, we still want to play. We're not going to change our style of playing, particularly for this game. You know, because in how we work and what we've done, it brought us results as well. And of course, you know, in these games, you might think a bit different in certain ways, but most of the things we're going to keep the same.